mod, iko pa kibere ngetabo ilo jasi kujuneno kwe. So na kibere wakipi.
Okay, I think we should start. Okay. Hello, Apuch.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm fine.
Joel, how are you?
Yes, teacher, I'm there.
Have you seen Apuch, have you seen the questions I've sent in the chat?
Yes,
Please copy them. Have you only seen 2 or you have seen 12?
I'm saying 2.
2, okay. There is a previous message I sent. Let me resend it. There. Have you received them now?
Yes.
Okay. So the two that you had seen first, a continuation of the first 10. Okay. So Joel.
Teacher.
I'm happy that you sent me the other assignment and it was very, very okay. The presentation was very good. I don't know how it did not come into my mind to share with you the results. Then the other, Madrid, did you see the assignment I last marked?
Yes.
Okay. Apuch, I don't know, I have not yet received an assignment from you. Apuch?
Yes.
I haven't yet received an assignment from you. I'm waiting for you as. Let's start with the first question. Vitalis, could you read the question that I said we are to discuss today?
The first one.
Yeah.
With vivid examples from your community, discuss the view that scientific elections, meetings, and weddings is the way to go in Uganda.
Okay, thank you. Could someone give us an interpretation to this question? Someone to give us an interpretation.
Okay, teacher, for me, what I interpret. With vivid examples from your community. Meaning with giving examples like you're seeing in your community. And discuss why that scientific elections, meetings, and weddings is the way to go in Uganda. Meaning that okay. Meaning that there has been something which has caused a new effect. And that effect, it is the way to go now. Yes.
Okay. Apuch, what do you think?
I think the country is planning to change the way of electing because of something which has changed their minds. So they're asking us to explain with examples the reasons why the country would like to change to scientific elections.
Okay, thank you. Madrin? Hello, Madrin. Madrin, are you on?
Yes.
Did you interpret for us that first question?
According to me,
Mm.
we are going to discuss, but in our discussion, we are going to use more examples in our community.
Mm.
Yeah, when you're discussing, for example, like, since the question says with vivid examples from your community, discuss the view that scientific elections, meetings, and readings is the way to go about. Like, they need us to give examples in our community, and we give something like the advantages, something like the advantages of the scientific meetings, elections, and weddings, and then we give the reasons as to why they are the way to go about.
Okay, thank you. Vitalis?
Yes, teacher. For me, to my understanding, it's just like giving the effects of modernity into the community.
Mm.
Yeah, through the way people are opting to new styles of carrying out the elections, weddings, through so many platforms. That's all, teacher.
Okay, thank you. So when you look at this question, with vivid examples from your community, discuss the view that scientific elections, meetings, and weddings is the way to go in Uganda. So, Madrin?
Yes, please.
Could you interpret, could you repeat your interpretation, please? Do you still remember?
Yes. According to me, since they said we are using examples in our community, we are meant to maybe give the advantages, then maybe also the reasons as to why they are aware about.
Okay, it is a way out.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now, Hapuch,
Yes.
have you ever attended a scientific election?
No.
Have you ever attended a scientific meeting?
Yes.
How about a scientific wedding?
No.
Okay. Now, could you give us a brief of what you enjoyed in this, what you specifically enjoyed in this scientific meeting that you attended?
You have that confidence because people are not seeing you physically.
So was it a Zoom online meeting?
Yes, Zoom meeting.
Hope you're not giving an example of this lesson.
No.
Okay.
You get the confidence to talk what you want because people are not seeing you physically.
Is that all that you enjoyed?
Yes.
Okay. Joel. Has he gone out? He's on. Joel. Hello, Joel.
Yes, teacher. I'm here.
Okay. Have you ever attended a scientific election?
No. No.
Wedding?
Even wedding, no.
Meeting?
No.
So for you are analog.
Teacher, for me, I'm analog.
Okay, Mapesa, you're still on button. Vitalis. Vitalis,
Teacher.
have you ever attended any of the three?
No, teacher, I've never.
Oh, two already in analog. Madam,
I've ever attended one,
which one?
a Zoom meeting.
Zoom meeting. What did you enjoy in that Zoom meeting?
Press the button.
The leisure and the confidence I got, because he won.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Which meeting was that anyway?
I was on a call with my friends.
Okay, Kyle. So let's first understand it now clearly. When we say a scientific meeting, a scientific election, or a scientific wedding, what do they mean? What do we mean? And how did this scientific meeting, scientific election, scientific wedding come about? Could someone give us an introduction to that? Someone without eye choosing? Someone, please. Okay. Hapuch? Hapuch, are you on?
Yes.
Okay. How did the scientific wedding, scientific election, and scientific meetings come about? And what do we mean when we say scientific wedding, scientific meeting, and scientific election?
Okay, according to me,
Yes, Joel.
the way how I can introduce that question, the one that you have asked, that how have scientific weddings and scientific meetings plus scientific elections, how they have come out about. I can say that the scientific weddings and meetings, the scientific weddings, meetings and elections have been brought about a change, as one wise man saying. He told us, I remember he told us that you have to involve an idiom saying what?
It's okay.
As a saying that one man's invasion brings in more effects. So which has taken it to be in form of breaking ice. Breaking ice becoming the first thing, or which has brought it in form of raising dust of man towards his discoveries. Yes, teacher. That's all I can say.
Okay. Vitalis, you have something to say?
No, teacher.
Madrin?
No.
Okay. So what I want from you is you to tell us a brief background or a brief history of the scientific wedding, scientific election, and scientific meetings. So it is like you start maybe the flag followed the cross, and so the scientific wedding, scientific election, and scientific meetings came about as a result of the effect of COVID-19, where social, rather physical distancing is necessary, and to avoid that, people, places or functions that bring about the gathering of many people could be eliminated, and so scientific elections, scientific weddings, and scientific meetings came about. So scientific elections, scientific wedding, or scientific meetings it is where In these meetings, weddings, and elections, a few people, as Uganda's rule, not more than 20 people are supposed to attend. Like we have 20 people are supposed to attend an introduction, then less than 20 people, rather 20 people are supposed to attend the wedding, the burial meetings. Then less than 20 people are supposed to attend the weddings and introductions, and in elections, people were supposed to do physical distancing, and a few of them, these scientific, it means people have to put on masks, have to wash their hands regularly with water, and have to also use sanitizer now and then, on top of having a distance of 2 meters between two people. And so they came about as the COVID-19 effect, the pandemic that came and ravaged the world and the country in particular. So have you understood that?
Yes, teacher.
And so these scientific weddings, elections, and meetings came about as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic that was necessary to avoid or control when people have the there is this habit of, we are used to calling this social distancing. Now, let me ask Madrin,
Yes, please.
is social distancing a correct phrase to use?
Yes.
Okay. Vitalis, is social distancing a correct phrase to use?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Joel, is it the correct phrase to use?
Of course.
Okay,
because you can't say social distance, no, social distancing. For me, according to me, it's what I see. It's the correct phrase. Yes.
Okay, Apuch, is it a correct phrase?
Yes.
Okay, but for us, we say social distancing and we do physical distancing. I don't know. Are you aware? Are you understanding what I'm saying?
Yes, teacher.
What is social?
No, teacher, even social distance is always there. Because you can't tell me that there is no hugging, no shaking hands. If you do that, then you have eliminated social distancing. Then there it implies that people apply both physical and social.
But why do we only know social?
Because one is the subset of the other.
No, which one is the subset of the other?
Yes, with the physical distance, there is social distance. Or with the social distance, there is physical distance. So all working hand in hand.
Madrin.
Yes,
Madrin,
please.
do you
Yes,
agree
please.
that we do physical distancing instead of social distancing?
We do both at a go.
Okay, could you explain?
When we say social distancing, like physical distancing is just like a unit in social distancing. That's what, according to me, my own understanding. Because when you say physical is like get in contact with other people, and other people are social. I don't know the way they. I felt to get a term for it. But it's just a unit in it. That's what I can say for now.
Okay. So physical is the contact in one amongst people. Then physical is maybe the emotional attachment of people. When I call you, when I call a meeting here, we are socially interacting, yeah, but we are not physically interacting. Yeah, Hapuch says there are many forms of being social. Giving physical contact is also being social. It's not all about social media. Okay, so let's go with that. So now this scientific meetings, scientific election, and scientific weddings, they crossed out this general or physical meetings where like thousands of people come onto the wedding and attend. You have a wedding ceremony, you attend, you invite 10 people, but you receive 1,000. So so that one was crossed, and so we went into social, rather scientific weddings where only those that are invited are supposed to be there, and the government clearly stipulated that. Could someone tell me who is supposed to attend a wedding according to government procedure?
The
Joel,
parents. Teacher,
the
the
parents.
parents.
That is one. Apuch,
The bride and groom.
the bride and the groom, correct. Vitalis,
The parents to the bride and the groom.
that one has been said. Do we have any other person?
Teacher, the musicians.
So maybe a few friends.
No. Madrin? Yes, the priest. Hapuch says the priest. Yes, we are lacking.
Yeah.
We have two more people. Who is supposed to attend?
Teacher, the musician.
No.
Because he has,
No.
has to give entertainment.
No. Okay, so it is supposed to be the parents of the bride and the parents of the groom, the priest, the bride and the groom, the maid of honor, and the best man. Only those. So those are the only people that are supposed to attend, according to the government rule. So those were. So when you're introducing, you must know that. And so this social distancing came out as one of the SOPs. I don't know, you have to explain what SOP is. What is SOP?
Standard
Standard operating procedure.
procedures.
Okay, standard operating procedures. So to maintain these standard operating procedures that were set by the Ministry of Health. So there was a need to have scientific election, scientific wedding, and scientific meetings. And so for this question, you are supposed to, let me read it and you hear it. It is like, with vivid examples from your community, discuss the view that scientific elections, meetings, and weddings is the way to go in Uganda. So here you give the advantages of these scientific elections, scientific weddings, and scientific meetings. And so, could someone give me the advantage of a scientific wedding? I have given you a brief or a clear interpretation of what scientific election, meeting, and mean, where you have less than 20 people attending. So what is the advantage of that?
It is cheap.
The cost.
Yes, very correct. It is very cheap given the fact that people, the economic situation is very bad, and so people need to cut expenses. Instead of holding lavish parties, they hold simple parties of less than 20 people as guests. Okay, next. Next.
It is not time consuming.
Yeah, it is time saving. If you go to a meeting, you know, you are 20 people, and so there is another point of easy decision making. When you attend a meeting, you are only 20 people, decision making is easy. Rather than having, you know, there is a quote, you can't think with the crowd. So you cannot think with a big number. So a small number you can easily make a decision, but a big number cannot. So that's why you see these lessons only take like 60 minutes. That is all, and that is the rule for Zoom. 60 minutes. Yeah. So if you are on Zoom, you are attending a meeting and it goes to 3-4 hours, it means that meeting is getting boring. So instead of these meetings where we used to have the Joel's people, the musicians entertaining now. So,
Teacher.
okay, any other?
But teacher
Yes.
also, okay, teacher. Also, the spelling bee took almost like 5 hours. So,
Yeah, was that a meeting? It was a competition.
hey, but it was on Zoom meetings. So anything.
The scientific election. I asked it was a scientific competition.
But in form of a meeting. Teacher, it was in form of a
Ask the
meeting.
winners. You ask the
How-
winners, they will tell you.
Karen.
Apu, Karen,
Yes.
is it right?
Yes. All the competitions I've participated in take more than 3 hours.
Thank you. It was a competition. How do you get a winner? Maybe you wanted us to have two people. Spell their words. We sit there. We say now tomorrow we'll have another group. That one becomes a league.
Competition.
It is not a competition. Yes.
Teacher, how about these debate competitions? You go there today, you also go there tomorrow, you go, almost they take like a month.
That's what I'm saying. Because even when you go there today, you don't spend there 1 hour.
Teacher, you can spend like 2.
2 hours.
Maximum. Yeah.
And that is one competition between one school and another, only one.
They keep on they keep on filtering.
Yes. Hey. Okay, let's go on. Do we have any other advantage of these scientific meetings and elections?
It ensures safety of the people attending.
Yes, safety of the people attending, because SOPs have to be maintained. So few people are easy to enforce, to follow the SOPs compared to a handful, a bunch, or a crowd. So few people are easy to maintain, so their safety is guaranteed compared to many. And so even on Zoom, have you, in the reports that you have been hearing, have you had someone who has gotten COVID from Zoom?
No.
Like, at your place there, have you had someone
Who gets COVID because of Zoom?
Yes.
No, teacher, that is strange.
Okay, thank you. Then the other, you can say maybe rumor mongering has to reduce because people no longer move. So they have to be in one place. They have to be in their homes. Everyone respects the other. So that is one side. But this question, you can decide to say it is not scientific weddings or scientific elections is not a way to go. And you give the disadvantages of this. For example, scientific elections, they were easy to rig. Because you're using a computer, even if it was biometric scan, it failed. So people went into lining up. Yeah. So scientific election, it was a failure as a result of computer illiterate people who could not follow up the results. Yeah. I know someone this side who got 2,000 votes out of the he got 2,000 votes, but the registered voters were 1,200. Yeah.
Teacher, even Form 7.
I don't know. I do not know about that.
No. they turn up in Chiruhura. They said that all the ones who voted last time in 2016, 2015. In 2015, yes. 16 years. Teachers, the ones who voted in 2016, that they considered them to be 93%. And then the same year, and all of them gave him. Now, then last year, the same percentage came back, 93%, and all of them gave him. Don't you see that is an act?
Okay. Then other scientific election, scientific wedding, socially, that traditionally it is a wrong move because people love for one another dies out. Because if Karen has given me her contribution towards my wedding and I do not invite her to eat chikoko, she will get annoyed and so she will not come to visit me again. So we've become enemies. I think many people, most of us know that. So, and people have stopped contributing towards these social responsibilities like weddings and introduction and the barriers, because they even if they contribute, they will not have a share of their money, and so they don't see any sense in contributing. Yeah. The advantage is these disadvantages. These meetings, these social meetings, wrong decision can be made because a handful have to make a decision for the many. Let's say you have a school where the staff members are 70, and you call only the administrative meeting where you have only 10 people to attend that meeting. It means the 10 will have to make a decision for the 70, and that percentage is the ratio is 1 to 5. So that is a bad. So a bad decision is likely to be made. Yeah. Okay, so is there anyone with any question? Joel,
Yes, teacher.
do you have any question?
No, so far, no, I don't have it.
Okay, Karen,
No.
Vitalis,
No, sir.
Madrin, do you have any question?
No.
Okay, please try to do those the first and the second question and send it to me, please. It's a request. Joel, is that okay?
How about the conclusion?
The conclusion?
Yes.
Yeah, it depends. I told you the conclusion depends on the points or your viewpoint. You have said that scientific election rather scientific wedding meetings and elections is a way to go. You have to back it. That in conclusion, there is need to maintain scientific election, scientific wedding, and scientific meetings, given the fact that it has contributed so much towards the maintenance of standard operating procedures, and it has attempted to reduce on the rate at which COVID-19 spread and victims or death has moves in Uganda. So COVID-19 has reduced in spreading, and the death has also reduced as a result mainly of scientific meetings, weddings, and elections. Is that okay?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So please also attempt that question on discuss the impact of COVID-19 lockdown on livelihoods. Please discuss those two questions, then send them to me. I've sent you the email. My email is I have sent it in the chat. When you send your assignment in the group, in the WhatsApp group, it is not good, because someone else can also have the same assignment. Just download the same assignment and just change one or two words and also submit. So it is better to send it maybe in my inbox WhatsApp. You can also send it on the site, or you can use an email to send to me the assignment. Please, I'm looking forward to receiving the old assignments from Vitalis, Martin, and Haput, the old assignments. Then Joel, I'm looking forward to receiving those two assignments I've just said. And also the parents' responsibilities. The other day, Martin, you were around, Haput, you were around, Vitalis, you were around, and we discussed the collective responsibilities of parents on on upbringing of their children have not received the assignments from you. So please do as many assignments as possible and send them to me for evaluation. So any information that you require now? Any query? Madrid,
Yes, please.
you have any question?
No.
So please send me the work.
Okay.
Okay, so with that, I have to end. Have a nice afternoon.
Thank you, sir. Knock this at the door.